Sacsayhuaman Cusco, Peru, the so-called Citadel or fortress, is one of the most iconic marvels of the ancient world. With its cyclopean walls, it has captivated the minds of untold millions who've ever laid their eyes upon it. Many questions abound as to the construction and formation of the massive megalithic polygonal blocks that make up the zigzag tri-tier walls. I think so much so, it has blinded everyone to what is just as intriguing right across the esplanade. We see what looks like a giant amphitheater called Sacsayhuaman, which lays at the base of a massive mound of volcanic rock from a prehistoric lava flow upheaval referred to as the Rodadero. Here we can clearly see man-made terraces along the hillside on the opposite of the Rodadero, along with a stairway alley carved into the hillside which is paved over with blocks. More terraces here with retaining walls. More terraces to the left if you're facing the Rodadero from the esplanade. Here we can see grooves or tracks carved into the hillside. Here we see a worn pathway from Sacsayhuaman leading to the lava flow. Point of all this being, there was extensive work done here. Why? On top of the lava flow, we have the most curious feature, the so-called Throne of the Inca, Trono del Inca. And it's when I first saw this, the mystery of the walls became much clearer, as this feature is remnants or the fingerprint of quarrying blocks. But the blocks aren't made of volcanic rock that make up the cyclopean walls. So where did they come from? Looking around the area more, we can see more terraces here above the parking lot. Why am I so focused on these terraces? Because they also resemble the hallmarks of quarries, and adding retaining walls is a method used to prevent collapsing. It's my hypothesis that this entire area surrounding the Rodadero was a quarry, where the builders supplied the blocks to build the walls of the fortress. The lava flow came from deep within the earth and expressed and expelled the limestone bedrock all around it, superheating it to form what's referred to as hydraulic limestone, as cited on page 10 of the ICIDA project's report titled The Question of the Material Origin of the Walls at the Sacsayhuaman Fortress, which is what the blocks that comprise the walls are made of, as revealed in the study in the aforementioned report refers to. We can see three main areas of limestone blocks surrounding Sacsayhuaman. These blocks visibly look like they were melted during the violent eruption of lava millions of years ago. As we look closer at the limestone gardens, we see clear evidence of quarrying at every turn. Some of these quarried stones have a feature that has caused them to be referred to as thrones because they look like rock-hewn chairs, but they are simply the hallmarks of quarrying stone. Here we can see smaller blocks that made up parts of the retaining walls, and even more amazingly, we can see very large, roughed-out blocks that surely were meant to be polygonal blocks for the walls, but were left unfinished.